But here is the brutal truth about innovation. If you are not willing to be publicly wrong repeatedly, you will never create anything revolutionary. He bet everything on that fourth launch. Not comfort, not safety, everything. Because vision without risk is fantasy. The rocket launched. It reached orbit. History shifted. NASA awarded contracts. Confidence returned. Momentum ignited. But that wasn't luck. That was resilience engineered through obsession. Elon Musk doesn't fear failure. He fears stagnation. He sleeps in factories when production stalls. He walks assembly lines at 3 a.m. He demands impossible timelines, not to torture people, but to collapse complacency. When Tesla was weeks away from bankruptcy in 2008, he split his remaining money between SpaceX and Tesla to keep both alive. He didn't choose survival. He chose belief. Innovation demands sacrifice, reputation, sleep, comfort, certainty. You cannot build the future while clinging to the present. You have to burn the bridge behind you, and Musk has done it again and again. Model S nearly failed. Production hell nearly crushed Tesla. Short sellers attacked relentlessly. Headlines predicted collapse annually. Yet electric vehicles became the future. Gigafactories rose from dirt fields. Battery costs dropped. Charging networks expanded across continents. He didn't argue with critics. He built. And that is the second truth about innovation. The future is not debated into existence. It is engineered into reality. He doesn't just act blindly. Every step is calculated. Every failure is analyzed. Every setback becomes a lesson. When the Falcon 1 failed 3 times, the team could have folded. Most would have. Elon stayed up nights poring over telemetry data, dissecting every bolt, every fuel line, every calculation. He treated failure not as an endpoint, but as a microscope, as a teacher, as an opportunity to refine, to adapt, to evolve. Learning is relentless. It is not optional. He reads everything. Engineers, textbooks, reports, patents, scientific papers. If knowledge exists, he absorbs it, and then he applies it. He combines insight from one field with a problem in another, creating solutions no one else could even imagine. That is why Tesla didn't just make electric cars. They made electric cars faster than the fastest gas cars, safer than the safest, and more desirable than the most luxurious. That is why SpaceX made reusable rockets when NASA still considered the concept impossible. Elon Musk's mind is a forge. He tempers it with curiosity and hammers it with discipline. He does not chase trends. He builds infrastructure for the future. His focus is surgical. He identifies the fundamental bottlenecks, the areas where small improvements yield massive impact, and he attacks them with everything he has. And when the world says no, when experts insist something is impossible, he doesn't argue. He experiments. He prototypes, he tests, he fails, he burns, he rebuilds, and with every iteration, the improbable becomes inevitable. Tesla struggled for years to meet production goals. Factories became pressure cookers of human endurance and machine precision. Musk lived in them, working 18-hour days, sleeping on couches, eating cold dinners at assembly lines. The pressure would have crushed anyone else, but for him, it was fuel. He thrives where others collapse. And when critics screamed that electric cars would never dominate, he scaled production, reduced battery costs, and transformed public perception. When SpaceX rockets exploded, he calculated trajectories, redesigned engines, and ultimately created Falcon 9, a marvel of modern engineering. When traditional automakers mocked solar energy, he acquired Solar City, integrated it into Tesla, and proved energy independence was not just a dream, it was achievable. This is the essence of adaptability. Elon Musk does not cling to failure. He absorbs it, learns, and evolves. He doesn't see obstacles. He sees variables, and he doesn't react passively. He acts decisively. Discipline, relentless focus, and adaptability are inseparable. Without discipline, vision collapses into wishful thinking. Without learning, experimentation degenerates into repetition. Without resilience, the harsh realities of innovation would have destroyed him decades ago. And yet, despite the immense pressures, despite the criticism, despite the stakes, he practices gratitude. Gratitude for teams who share the burden. Gratitude for engineers who solve the impossible. Gratitude for moments when failure transforms into triumph. Even in the darkest hours, when rockets blew up, when factories burned, when critics mocked, he recognizes the privilege of building the future. He's never forgotten that innovation is a rare opportunity, not a guaranteed reward. Purpose drives him more than profit. Impact drives him more than recognition. He is obsessed with what civilization needs, not what the market demands. Every rocket, every battery, every gigafactory is a tool to move humanity forward, not just a product to sell. And this is why the world watches in awe. Because innovation at this scale is not just about technology. It is about courage. It is about walking where others refuse to go. It is about daring to face the unknown, armed only with belief, clarity, and relentless action. You see, Elon Musk doesn't wait for permission. He doesn't wait for consensus. He doesn't wait for the stars to align. He builds, he tests, he iterates. He fails, he rises, and with every step he redefines what is possible. This is the third truth about innovation. It is messy, it is risky, it is relentless, but it is unstoppable when conviction meets action. And now imagine yourself holding that same fire. Imagine taking a page from his life, not to mimic him, but to understand that you too can move past fear, past doubt, past limitation. Every obstacle you see is a signal. The world isn't finished. It's waiting for you to push, to build, to transform. Every failed attempt is a teacher. Every sleepless night is a step forward. Every criticism is a challenge to rise higher. The fourth truth emerges. Resilience is not about enduring, it is about evolving. Elon Musk evolves every day. His mind stretches, his teams grow, his vision expands. And through his life, he shows one unmistakable reality. The future does not wait. Neither should you. And now comes the climax, the unrelenting force behind every achievement. The engine that drives Elon Musk forward. When the world is screaming, impossible, it is action. Not idle dreaming, not empty plans, not hashtags of motivation. Action, the kind that burns through fear, doubt, and fatigue is where the future is forged. He doesn't sit and wait for conditions to be perfect. He doesn't analyze endlessly to postpone decision-making. When he sees a problem, he moves. He prototypes. He designs. He tests. He fails. He adjusts. And then he moves again. The cadence of progress for Elon Musk is merciless, unyielding, unbroken. Look at SpaceX. Countless engineers said reusable rockets were unrealistic, cost-prohibitive, dangerous, yet Musk turned theory into experiments. Experiments into launches, launches into landings. Rockets that once exploded now soar, land, and prepare for another flight. All because he acted where others hesitated. Look at Tesla. Electric vehicles were considered a niche fad for decades. He didn't wait for public opinion to catch up. He invested billions. He gambled his fortune. He demanded perfection and relentless iteration. Model S, Model 3, Cybertruck. Each vehicle pushed the limits of performance, design, and sustainability. The result? Entire industries are now racing to catch up. Action is not just doing. Action is deliberate. Action is a combination of vision, learning, and discipline. Every factory line Elon walks, every software glitch he studies, every rocket blueprint he reviews, all of it is intentional. Nothing is accidental. Nothing is left to chance. Action in his life is both sword and shield. It destroys impossibility and defends the vision. But action alone is fragile without resilience. Elon's story is defined by resilience. Money evaporated. Rockets exploded. Production deadlines were missed. Public humiliation was constant. Each failure could have ended the dream. But failure in his world is never final. It is feedback. It is raw material for adaptation. Each setback is a new input, a chance to redesign, rethink, and rebuild stronger than before. Resilience is compounded by relentless learning. Musk doesn't stop at what he knows. He devours knowledge. He studies engineering schematics, energy systems, AI, manufacturing techniques, and even rocket metallurgy. Every domain becomes a tool in his hands. Knowledge transforms into strategy. Strategy transforms into execution, and execution transforms into reality. Adaptability is the next key. Elon Musk doesn't cling to rigid paths. When something fails, he doesn't stubbornly repeat it, he pivots. He improves. He innovates around the obstacle. Solar City integration into Tesla, pivot. Falcon 1 failures, pivot. Battery cost challenges, pivot. Adaptability is the bridge between failure and progress, and Musk walks it faster than anyone else. And through it all, gratitude is his silent companion. Even in the eye of the storm, he acknowledges the people who build with him, The teams who endure impossible challenges, the innovations that shift civilization forward. Gratitude fuels humility, and humility keeps him connected to the mission, not ego. The lesson is clear. Innovation is not glamorous. It is brutal. It is exhausting. It is lonely. But the rewards are beyond imagination. The future belongs to those who act relentlessly, learn relentlessly, and adapt relentlessly. The future belongs to those who see possibility where others see barriers, and who refuse to let fear dictate the limits of human achievement. Elon Musk is not extraordinary because he is lucky. He is extraordinary because he mastered the fundamental laws of the universe, both physical and human. He knows that the future is a canvas, not a gift, and he paints it boldly with vision, courage, and unrelenting labor. And now, as you listen, ask yourself, what will you build? What barriers will you break? What impossible path will you walk? The world is waiting, not for comfort, not for hesitation, not for permission, but for action. Because the truth is this: the same laws that allowed Elon Musk to redefine industries, to reach for Mars, to transform energy and transportation, they exist for you too. They are the laws of clarity, conviction, discipline, learning, adaptability, resilience, and relentless action. They are waiting for you to apply them. The stars are not a destination, they are a challenge. The rockets are not just machines, they are proof that limits exist to be exceeded. The electric car is not just a product, it is a testament that vision, executed with discipline, reshapes the world. So rise, decide, act, fail, learn, adapt, and rise again. Build the future that others say is impossible. Because greatness is not granted, it is engineered, fought for, and claimed. And when you do, when you push past every doubt and limitation, when your action becomes unstoppable, when your vision becomes reality, you will understand what Elon Musk already knows: innovation is not a gift. It is a choice. And the choice is yours. If you are ready to face fear, to act relentlessly, to build the impossible, then subscribe now. Join a community that dares to challenge limits. Join a journey where every idea, every failure, every lesson is fuel for a future only visionaries can reach. Don't wait. The world won't, and neither should you. Your mission starts today.